way, my friend.
Affirmative.
Oh, yes.
Let's get that bomb.
What was that noise?
Oh, it's WESG time. Grab your gear, boys. The world stage awaits.
Well, good evening, guys. Welcome back to the WESG European Qualifiers here in the North Europe section. My name is Lui2k. I'm going to be joined by Vearless. Good day
Hello.
to you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this game, and I hope to see a little bit more of a competitive match when I compare it to, for example, yesterday. So let's see. I think this is a better matchup than last night. So I'm curious to see what the outcome will be.
Yes, North, they're clear favourites in this one. Going to be taking on another Danish team in Maquinas, and it will be a CT start for Maquinas on North's map pick. AZ and Gade, they'll at least have the combined utility on the aggressive side, and just going to be starting off slow, really. A lot of focus towards Fountain and Connector. Zip, for now, will just rotate back towards A, and Tobiz, he went aggressive somewhat early on. For now, the CTs will hold, and North will look for an early entry.
Yeah, looks like North will be moving up on mid right now. And slowly but surely, and they will stick together, which is definitely the smart move here on the pistol round. And they have some nice utility to go for a nice execute, but right now, Gate has fallen. But Kirby does get the trade, but look at all these headshots that are coming in for Maquinas. It's just AZ that is now alive, and he will have to clutch it out. A 1 versus 4 doesn't seem very likely. He's invested here in a pistol, and the util already used. And slowly, he is moving up. And it's a Zip that will have to find him, and once again, another headshot. And it means the pistol round will go to Maquinas.
A nice little start, really, for the CT side. Obviously, preferred to be sort of, or in general, Overpass. It's considered by many teams and players quite a CT-sided map, so they will be sort of aiming to get maybe 6-7 as quick as they can. North will not be investing too much into this. A pistol, a flash, that's as much as they're going to get, really. Famises and M4s are out. Maquinas looking to combine and get a second quite quickly here. Lucky's going to aggress, as is Kier, but for now, not much is going to be found. It's going to be towards Connector and out towards B. A fast player, good nade, and Zip early on doing the damage.
Yeah, and again, North falls pretty quick. It is to be expected, you know, of course, on the eco, but now the AKs will come out, even the Krieg. And that should hopefully turn things around here for North. Definitely the better weapons this time in hand, and also enough utility to work with. So let's see what type of play we will be seeing. I don't think it will be a very fast play. I think a little bit more passive, just waiting. And oh, there is a friendly knife coming out. Zip has already lost now 30 of his health. Look at this, they're actually gonna push here on long together. They might even find Kenji B, but he holds the angle. But will actually get spotted. Does tag up Zip here to 14 HP, but it's not enough for a kill. And they have now a man advantage. And the Krieg is also lost. And AZ now also falls at the other side of the map. That makes things a lot harder here for North to still take this round away from Maquinas.
Maquinas, they've done well, really, in these opening stages, just to find these kills. If anything, North pretty much shut out towards long and towards the A side, and, well, even on B, on short. The kill obviously came in from Tobiz. The nade will be minimal. North not quite given up yet. They'll still at least give the B site a shot, and with these AKs, still just trying to play carefully, and surely Yugi, he is watching behind, and there could be a UMP go in his direction if he's lucky. Kreza's just waiting to peek in North with 30 seconds. Are going to try for this quite late. There's Kier from behind, looking for the damage. Actually, Yugi comes off better. Kreza's on site. A quick triple to close it out. North eliminated from B. Maquinas, they'll get up 3-0.
That was a good round, and I wasn't really expecting that. And actually, Cajun B was holding that angle there up in the playground. But he wasn't quick enough, and they were ready for someone to be there. And they just pretty much outplayed them. So now they have the AKs also together still with the FAMAS and 2 M4s. And North is back on that eco. Deagles and grenades in hand. And those nades can definitely do some damage, but they will have to play it smart. There's a lot of util also coming the way of North. And all kind of gathered up now here on short. Zip is trying to look over it and spots a player. Can't really connect the headshot, but definitely scares them off a little bit. Spray will come through, and oh, if he would have just wallbanged that, it could have been very deadly. They pretty much have the info, at least on where Zip is. They know the Molotov, they heard the reload. But he hears the reload as well. We'll spray through it. So far, nothing really connects. But definitely, the CTs know there's a lot of presence. Even now spotting player here and going into connector. And that is the call. Zip will rotate over towards A and help his teammates out. Or maybe, oh, he's downing a little bit. He was looking to maybe go towards heaven, but now that time is of the essence. And the A push will come out. He is looking to get some kills, and already one of his teammates has fallen. Now Zip will fall as well. And suddenly it's a 3-on-2 for North here. Bomb does get planted. And the rotation will have to come in. Definitely better weapons for Maquinas, but actually no utility in hand to retake the site. That can be very awkward. And Jugi now has been found, but gives the AZ the good opportunity here to train him off. And it is on to Tobias here. Slowly walking onto the side, not making any steps. AC spots the player, and we'll have to rely now on Kievi, but he will do it all by himself. No teammates needed, and a first round now here on the board for North.
Got there in the end, at least. I mean, it took a bit of time. Maquinas, they did well, especially towards B, just holding off that push, just denying North any control of the map whatsoever. But North, they quickly clocked onto that. They realised that the A site was the best option there, and they did at least make it work out. Yugi, he's got an AWP out this round, as does Lucky, and as we look forward into this next round, it's again one which North, we need to see a response from. It wasn't the cleanest round last time, but they'll look to try and make this a little better. Kier flashed in, he will aggress towards Fountain. It's only one. Gade gets a trade kill at least. An AK dropped, and Lucky, I don't know if you should really aggress for this. It's an AK and beating out the AWP. The most expensive weapon gone. Maquinas now need to just play safe.
And just now on Tobias, the last man standing here for Maquinas, and two, oh, well, correct me, one AWP in hand for North now. Had an opportunity to pick up both, but on the T side, it is a little bit more preferable to have just one. Now they're just slowly walking out, playing together. Even still, player here on B, lurking out, doesn't really spot anyone.
Yeah, I feel Tobias at this point, you just maybe look to hold on to this M4. It's not going to be much for you and your side, but it's going to be tough to really find these 4 kills against North, who still, to be fair, are just waiting on that little play on KGB to ensure that bank and sort of the CT area is cleared, and that will be a free plant for them. Still at least playing it quite safely and carefully, not aggressing into it too much, and the bomb does go down towards bank. Some more money in the bag, and the round pretty much secured now for North. CT's sort of going into the next round. Vearless, they'll have some money. It's not going to be the best buyout, but North maybe look towards a 3-3 scoreline at this point.
Yeah, Toby's just looking to save his weapon. You know, the economy has kind of been crushed at this moment, so if you can save just one rifle, the rest might be able to eco. He can go for a hero play, and then the next round he will be able to buy. So let's see what kind of damage they can do with that 1M4. And actually, it was the type of round for North that pretty much changed it for them. You know, with only 1 or 2 rifles they picked up around with those Deagles, they could still make it work. So, who knows what Maquinas can pull up here and hopefully do just enough damage against North and deny that economy building and stacking up. But it is looking a lot more comfortable now for North, getting those 2 rounds in the bag. And they are going to be looking for a third here.
I like this boost. Tombiz on top. It secures him a great kill. Gate's going to fall in towards B. North lose 1. So lucky. Heath and I will just keep watch as short as his teammates aggress and play it safe. That's a massive opening really to find in what's really an eco from the CT's point of view. KGB, he'll peek. He'll learn the B site is pretty much clear. One player up close. Tobiz the closest to really securing some damage. And in heaven, well, KGB's been spotted. He's now trapped in the corner of the bomb, which makes his job a little bit harder. And maybe this M4 can still do damage. Tobiz up close. And they, though, it eats him up. 2 of them tagged. North, though, still struggling to get this bomb plant.
Oh, and now Kierby has fallen. A man advantage now for Maquinas, and it's kind of turning around. But AZ with a good trade here, actually 2. And Tobiz is standing in a Molotov, and together with Juggy, it is good for another kill. And they will clean up the round here, saving that up and the Krieg. And that's very valuable. And it's, again, getting better and better for North. And the score is now tied.
The last of the buy will come out, and another gun round comes out. Another chance for North to try and cement a 4th Maquinas. They are, I'm not going to say they're a team unheard of in actual fact, but North, they are the side who you would favour and expect to come off better. Maquinas, they've so far sort of given a good account of themselves, and again, they'll be looking for at least an opening pick here to try and find a 4th. Zip, this time towards B, a little bit aggressive. Considered at least going on short, and he will be flashing by Tobiz at least. So the CTs can at least get a bit more map control towards Beam. Meanwhile, Kier for now, he'll miss this push. Actually, there's one from behind him. North are looking to aggress. This could be an AWP loss, and it is AZ. He'll take advantage. He might have just found the A site here, but there's still one player in bathrooms, and that's really who they need to look out for. KGB, he'll come off better.
Bomb goes down, and even though they have the rifles here, this is not really very likely. All the way at the other side of the map, and they invested quite heavily into this round, so it is better to save those rifles and the armor and the utility into the next one. Hopefully maybe drop a FAMAS here or 2 to their teammates and go up and try and take it all back the next round. And the money slowly is building up here for North. Currently, a lot of players here around 5k, and it's only got to be more when this bomb explodes. Oh, Tobiz is actually finding 1 kill, but in return, orders have fallen, and it's only 1 M4 now they take into this round, Maquinas. So it's a little bit more costly.
Yeah, but I mean, around that, there's not really going to be a lot more for the CTs to work with around this saved M4. North should be on course for at least a 5th hit, but the last time Maquinas had these pistols, they were able to secure some damage. It wasn't enough to win the round, but North will need to play this carefully if they don't want to lose these weapons again, and the money is building up as a additional factor. So a couple of players dropping wouldn't be that much of an issue realistically. AZ up close. Well, He did a lot of damage onto Lucky, the same in the other direction. Yugi gets a second, and so far the round going as it should be. And they're just locking these players in towards bathrooms, really. Cajun B, he'll look for the second. Actually fails. Kier will come up on top. Gade, no issues whatsoever to find that trade. As he said, remains. And for North, they pretty much do get this 5th round.
Well, there was a slight chance there for Tobias, but it isn't enough. Not pretty much nothing lost here. And North will just keep it going pretty much. But the ARP is back in the hands of Maquinas, and the 4x is back. So this needs to be the round. And if they can't really take this back, and I mean, Overpass is quite CT-sided, I would say. So if they start losing a little bit more rounds, it might get a little bit dangerous and maybe just a bit too comfortable for North.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just love this boost that they've actually picked up here. Oh!
Oh no! Well, goodbye, Tobias. I wasn't really expecting that to happen, and I was like wondering. I was seeing on the mini map, like so many players there towards spawn, but then I realized, oh, they're boosting. And Tobias is just gonna go bye bye, and now a man advantage here for North.
Oh.
Well, it is quickly taken back as Locky was holding that angle with his AWP here in connector. Falling back just a tiny bit in case anyone else pushes, but he has a feeling it will be B, and now that his teammates have the info, he will run out. 2-on-2 now, both one AWP in hand. And the bomb will still have to be retrieved there towards Monster, and that is kind of dangerous. There is a smoke there, but he will still get it. But little as you know, there's a player very much up close. Will now push, and Zip will get the kill here on Juggy, and is now onto Gade. He does have a nice gun in hand, but Zip will find him first, and it's now 4-5. Still for North, but Maquinas take another round.
That was a good round. It was the first round they got in the last 6 for them. A good response, and again, no other weapons to work with. For the first time, though, we do see them bring out a double AWP setup, which I do respect and feel works quite nicely on this map as well. You can normally play one fountain, the other towards either Heaven or Monster down towards B. North yet again. It was a round which you thought they should have come off better in, but credit to the CTs. Maquinas played that well, and again, I'll just look for the map control towards B. They expected that boost as well. It's a tag of damage onto Zip, but for now, not quite a kill. The nade's doing sufficient damage and eventually will fall. I love that from AZ. North gain the advantage.
And now they gained that pretty much short control and looking for a boost, but AZ can't really make it out. You can't cross because there was Tobias pushing. Eventually they do trade it up, so they still have that man advantage. Oh, that Molotov didn't really quite connect. But they have actually quite invested into this round. Lots of util being thrown. And, well, Kirby does clean up the B sides here, and the last person to rotate in is still on A. Okay, does take the safe route here through Monster. But there's only, oh, I was just about to say there's little utility, but yeah, we will just do it with his gun. There's no need for utility, and meaning the ARP will be back out, lots of money again in the bank, and not so good economy-wise for Maquinas. Pistols are up, Suzettes and Deagles, and grenades to maybe do a nice push or a rush and do some damage with them.
Yeah, Maquinas, obviously, that AWP, or the double AWP setup they had in that round just wasn't utilised to full effect, or from their respect, quite poor, and the nade sight this time, not too bad. Gade, the one who takes the most damage from that. Tobias will at least try and be aggressive and look for something. The shots are well timed from KGB. No damage really dealt in that direction. KGB will at least find the first towards connector. And meanwhile, North will look for that map control. They've so far done well to achieve long, but the smoke gives up their position. They'll rotate and now look to maybe split aim.
And this will be interesting to see. So far, North has been really good trying to conquer the B site, and in the early state of this match, they tried to take on A. Didn't always quite work, but now they, of course, have the better rifles in hand, and this will have to be quite clean, I think. And now AZ lines up that nice headshot with his Krieg, and Gate already tagged up another of his enemies. But they're gonna be looking to go towards that more comfortable B side. And now Kier be finding another one, and this is looking like pretty much an easy round. Maquinas will probably go here for a nice exit. You know, they have the Deagles, but if you can trade it out for a better weapon, that's always nice.
To be fair, Maquinas, they've done better on other pistol buys, if we have to be realistic and honest here. They've not done that much in this round, and North, they'll be happy to at least find a 7th. Maybe a kill here for Gade. Up close, Kier is here, and I like that trigger discipline. Just held on to that well, and that is a pretty nice 7th for the North side. They are on top. They've done well on Teasel Overpass. Obviously, their map so far going to plan. Mirage would be our second when we come to it. And Maquinas now need to just combine as many CT rounds as they can. If they don't get many more, if they don't get maybe more than 5, then I really see them struggling on Overpass here, Vearless.
Yes. I mean, if you can't really take the advantage when you're on CT side, it's gonna get real tough. And so far it is kind of looking that way, but I think North will just be the better team here today. I mean, around the top 20, and Maquinas is not really that close. And now they're getting pretty much all wiped off once again. Maquinas, already 2 players lost quite early in the round. And make that number 3 that has now fallen. Quest as well. This might be another save that will have to be called in. They finally have that AWP and the M4 in their hands again, and so early they just lose so many of their players.
It was just feeling no different to the eco round, which we just saw from Maquinas as well. North do get the bomb plant. They'll easily get themselves an 8th, but Tobiz can upgrade to an SG. You might see that as an upgrade at least, and as you said, Lucky also has the AWP, so there would be weapons for the CTs to work with going into that next round, but it's not been that clean. North, they've got the momentum, they've got these rounds collectively added up now, and Lucky will at least get 1. KGB will fall. Some flashes go out towards short. KGB will aggress and get 1 more himself. That's the AWP dropped. Tobiz also eliminated.
Nice shot there.
8-4. And we just have to be honest at this point. It feels as though the better team just in control and on top.
Yeah, they are just wrecking that defense, and yeah, it doesn't really seem like Maquinas have a way to counter that. And it's not necessarily that North is extremely aggressive or anything. They just also trade well off of one another. So in case if anyone falls, they just trade it right back out and might even get a kill, as sometimes Maquinas tend to overextend with 2 players. So far so good for North, and when they pick up this round, that's pretty much the half almost secured.
Maquinas are falling back off of A quite rapidly. In fact, they really want to commit towards B here. North are going to do the same on the aggressive side. Up close, AZ gets at least 1 and damage onto 2. Oh, there's a second. He did the damage to find a third player from below Yugi and KOB. We'll find those last few kills. Only 1 drops for North. A 9th round is easier said than done. Maquinas, they'll have money, they'll have the weapons. Krez, does he go for that second ult purchase? No. Keeps the M4. Not much so far really brought to the table. They didn't have necessarily a bad start either, Maquinas, but ever since North have just started picking up the rounds of momentum, they've struggled to respond safely and realistically. And this is where North are just starting to take control of the game.
Yeah, pretty dominant from North so far. And, you know, they pretty much lost 3 rounds, you know, early in the match. And then just lost 1. And yeah, that's all about it, pretty much. The rest they have been denying everything Maquinas have tried. And now they're actually looking for a nice A push. Lucky is here with the ARP. He's ready to answer. And will still stay there. And actually, they have a man advantage now. Lucky's still there with his ARP all along and doing some good work. He's ready to catch him, and he will do exactly that. He knows there is a player still here on car. He'll flick to the headshot, and Flashbang is out. He will need to clutch this out. 1 versus 4, not very easy, but still 2 players alive. So who knows what he can do. He's looking towards Bank. Has a feeling there's a player there, but he will have to look a little bit more towards his left. And now the player's kind of creeping up. Oh, but Toby's here through the smoke. Knew, of course, the position, and that means the end of Jugi. And another round here for Maquinas on the board. 5-9. That's the last round now of the half.
It almost felt like a little bit unexpected there from Maquinas to really combine and get that round racked up. I mean, just North couldn't quite set themselves up to get the trade kills in that angles, and that's where Maquinas just had the advantage and had the control. So they can certainly push on for 6th and make this game a little closely contested and maybe pull off a comeback. Still North will have the utility advantage and weapons advantage by a mile. They've even got upgraded pistols to work with. And little peek, Krez. You want to go up close. Tobias is the man who's taken so much damage. And it's a nice idea with that flash and to aggress by Krez, but Yugi will come off better. AZ in short. Finds the player up close. 1 more player left towards B. Actually, the nades just eliminating him. This is great. North, they're in control.
Well, Lucky will still get a kill with his ARP. He's doing pretty decent work. But Jugi has prepared for everything. Knew that there was probably going to be a player flanking from behind. And it's also Lucky. He has done pretty good work so far with his ARP. But a 1 versus 3 is definitely not easy. The bomb is slowly taken away. He is looking for an entry. Oh, he's creeping up close with his ARP, but it is Cajun B to finish it off with a headshot. And that means the first half is done. It's 10-5 for North.
North on top. As I think most people would have expected in this sort of scenario, it is their map pick, and they have done well. It's a slow start for them. As soon as they got the weapons going in round 3 and had the money built up, they just kind of gave their opponents a hard time, really. North, obviously, the more experienced roster. They've been together for a long time now. Just all the pro leagues and LAN events they've got racked up recently, ESL Pro League included. You'd expect them to have this experience, but Maquinas, so far, they've given a good account of themselves. They're not out of it yet, and I feel like Pistol is going to be quite vital going up into this. If they don't get Pistol, I feel they have to move on from Overpass, have to look ahead to Mirage, their map. This game not over, but Pistol, it's going to mean so much Vearless.
Yeah, I mean, if Maquinas take this, they can easily buy the next one. CT is not so likely. So it could definitely, they could definitely take like 2 or 3 more rounds after this one and make it a little bit closer. And even if Maquinas still lose but get the bomb plant, we can see that new meta coming up. You know, Arma and Galil after even after losing the pistol round. That's kind of what the new economy has done now for CSGO. So it's interesting to see. So I think that bomb plant is their main goal this round. And then hopefully also winning it. But AZ, wow, nice headshot there. And oh, they're kind of confused where their shots came from, but they were from short here. And there is also another player here up the walkway. And now, actually, a 3-on-3. Bomb is gonna go get planted here. But still, 3 CTs alive, and pretty much everyone here is tagged. Kirby finishing Quiz here with a nice headshot. And Kerr is now hiding all the way back here. Are they gonna stick the bomb? That is the question. No, they're gonna tap it. But he is not gonna peek, and they're gonna be hunting him. Yeah, and Kjør knows kind of how late it is now. He fell back, not to be spotted, and now the bomb is slowly taken away. Oh, nice shot there. And he finishes it off with a second headshot. And that is exactly what Maquinas needed.
What North tried to do at the end was he obviously went to recover the kit, and Kirby actually got it. He tried to stick the plant, but the cover just wasn't really provided by his teammates. So Maquinas, they do close that out. It's massive by Kier to keep the T-side in this. 2 AKs off the bat of that, and North with a full eco. It should easily be a 7th here, as North do go for a 5-man stack towards B. It's again where the opposing side will at least try and go towards for damage. Some flashes in. First point of contact was going to be Gate, but he has backed away now, and North for now play a little safe. Lucky will smoke off Heaven. A good set of utility and a good idea of the boost. Gate will at least go back up. Spot's lucky. No real damage at least achieved for now. Grenades do come in, but not too deadly. Maquinas for now have the bombing connector. If anything, the A site's still an option.
Yeah, everyone is pretty much here gathered around B. It's not that weird that North decided to stack it. Oh yeah, but against these Mac-10s, they are incredibly deadly. Everyone is gonna be falling to them. Only one player died on the Maquinas side, but that is perfectly fine. They got plenty of money and could easily buy up this round again. And well, for 3 AKs, a Galil and a Mac-10, that seems quite perfect. And now back North also with a buy, all M4s and quite some utility in hand. So this is interesting to see. Pretty much good weapons for all of them. But it is gonna make so much difference depending on how North will treat this defense. AZ is playing quite aggressive, but they have teammates to back them up. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Their trade game is very, very strong. And even though if one person decides to push, there is already a player having their back. And resulting now in a man advantage for North here.
Maquinas might just give the B shot site a shot at least in this round. The smoke will go towards Monster, and for now eliminate that as a entry threat. Tobers, to be fair, can at least still push it if he wants to. It's a risk. It'll be KGB he runs into on short. Gade just backs away and plays it a little safe. North, they have aggressed towards long on the A site and cleared that out for now, so they can now really focus on the speed defense, and all KGB actually falls towards Monster. Yugi on top can get a trade from Heaven, and they're trying to trade that itself. Krez still just holding the angle. Yugi, it's a tight spot, and Krez just comes off better. Kirby is left, he's burning in the Molotov. They hear him run out, and he'll hide now towards the back of Graffiti on 28 HP. Lucky peeks, he'll find a kill. Maquinas do get an 8th. And that was even with a player disadvantage.
That was a nice round for Maquinas. And slowly, they're actually making it quite competitive. It is now 8-10. And they still have a chance of turning this game around.
That was the first gun round as well, which North can't clean up. So they look towards pistols, and again, they might as well be aggressive and look for the intel and try and stop Maquinas from getting a bomb plant to further deal more damage onto their economy. Gary, just up close for now, keeping watch of Connector. He won't have anyone to go up against Kier. Jiggle peeks, taps, and will eliminate Yugi off of that. No trade available for North, just the position's not allowing that for now. Lucky looking long. For now, probably will miss AZ.
Maquinas take it a bit slower, use their utility quite good. And I mean, it's not too crazy. You know you're up against pistols. You don't want to give a gun away to them. And definitely keep that advantage you have right now. Because those deagles are very deadly. And if you lose against deagles, it's very, very sour. And now, slowly, they're creeping up here. And... oh, look, this is exactly what I mean. Gate now with already 2 deagle headshots. And it's only a 3-on-3. It could still be possible. But slowly they are going to be falling. But actually, Quiz and K are quite tied up. So probably a hit each would maybe even be enough.
That smoke really wasn't what AZ wanted, was it? He'll fire and let them know he is still in heaven. I think jump down. Maquinas obviously get the bomb plant with no issues. A smoke and a flash is still there for the T side as well, but I don't really see that coming into full effect for now. Smoke again towards heaven. AZ has time to peek off of that, and it's not a perfect smoke either, so AZ maybe can commit, maybe can go out. No Kit really puts all the pressure on AZ to do something. Kier, he will peek in the end and make his life harder. Maquinas get 9. North now have the money to get back into this.
Yeah, very important, because if North lose this round pretty much again, they do have some loss bonus, but I mean, the economy is only going to get better for Maquinas from here. So if they want to have a chance and deny what Maquinas is trying to do here, that comeback that might be about to get real, they need to change things.
I thought that name was perfectly timed. It was. Zips down to 28 in these early stages. The flashes rain down towards B, but for now nothing from the Maquinas side other than shots really fired. 2 on short. The commitment towards B certainly is going to come in. Krez, the flash goes through and he can eliminate Gade. No trade there yet for North. The nades just for now in the wrong directions entirely, and Maquinas, they're struggling to really get onto the site safely. So many smokes just cause chaos on both sides in so many respects. AZ is here up short. Him and Kyobi, they combine, but it's AZ again with a second. Looking for a third, a 2-on-2. Maquinas still yet to actually get a bomb plant, and AZ just still on fire. He's got the third. He'll look for the fourth. The flash goes out, and Lucky is up close. He's predicting the player towards Toxic, but it's all AZ. North getting 11th, and what a massive round for them to just about clean up.
Oh, AZ is such an important factor. Look at that. He's already on 20 kills, and he is currently on top of the server. Doing incredibly well, but the rest of North is also doing pretty good. Actually, kills are quite spread out evenly. Also for Maquinas, just a little bit behind them. And now their buy is not that optimal. They have 3 automatic rifles, Matane, and a CZ. KGB already deals a good amount of damage there through the smoke, but in return, Gade also gets tagged up pretty bad. And it's looking maybe for an execute, and that boost is perfect there from North, and oh, it's good for 3 kills there. And it's looking like a lost round once again for Maquinas. Quez does get a kill, but a 1 versus 4. Not very likely that he will clutch it out. Oh, and he has been spotted now. And even through the wall, it doesn't really matter. Kirby will get the kill and pick up another round. And the gap is starting to widen once again. And the money is now officially broken for Maquinas. So it's looking to go to 9-13 after this one. And it's starting to go really close towards that end for North.
You really have to just look back to the first half. Maquinas, they got the opening 3, and then North just kind of took control. And I'm scared the same thing might happen here for Maquinas, as this time the two sides do aggress up close. Yugi and Kirby for now just trying to hold on. Then it's a bit of a rush. It's a hopes of damage from Maquinas this round, but nothing coming out. Yugi and AZ find the next set of kills. Kirby through the smoke can find and clean off Krez. There is that 13th round as we expected. Now comes the big one. Maquinas, they know they've got to somehow close this out. They'll have the money, they'll have the weapons, and utility's not that bad either, so collectively they can execute out onto a site. We've seen them try and do it. North, I feel like they've got just the experience though to maybe hold on and maybe close this out sooner than we expect.
Yeah, a few flashes and 3 smokes up for Maquinas. Good for a nice execute. So far they're pretty spread out here across the map. Oh, the flash was going long, but look at that. Jugi was boosted up here on mid and totally ready. And even together here with AZ, they play together quite well. And they gained quite a lot of control there already and have a lot of information on where it's going to be going. But Gade was looking the wrong way, and Gage and B was also not ready for it. And actually, this round is turning around. The last 3 CTs will have to come in rotating from A. And it's looking like a save here. They are pretty close towards the end, have enough money, but it is quite risky to now go for it. You better save, take it back next round, and it can all still be good. But it's looking quite lost if you are planning on going for this.
I mean, North's money wasn't necessarily that bad, even if they did commit to it. I mean, KGB's up there with 6.3k. Around, obviously, the money's a bit more stronger, and they will be able to get a pretty comfortable buy, at least on their end. But Maquinas, they've been allowed that one back. Does give them some hope. And the minimal investment comes up this round because just of how well they were able to take B site with minimal casualties. Okay, we'll have the bomb, and North again keep this open. Their default setup again. They'll look for the opening maybe towards Fountain. Okay, not going to commit to that just yet. Maquinas for now focus on B. A default, a flash in, and for now Zip just gains a bit more control towards Fountain.
Oof, alright, that was a play there quite up close. Gets a kill, but gets traded as well, and it's a 4-on-4. And still those T's are looking for maybe a B push. Zip is trying to gain that mid control. Maybe help then his teammates out from connector. And who knows, maybe catch one of the CTs rotating off. But so far it seems like North is pretty set on their positions. 2A, 2B. Oh, and 2B is here looking for an entry. So far not really finding anyone actually. And slowly they're creeping up, but it's AZ here to find the first kill on the B site. And now they will have to use the utility wise to catch any of the North players off guard and get rid of some angles. But Lucky's just holding behind here. He has the bomb, and so they're not really committing yet. Probably waiting on the last teammate that is about to come in. Zip has the perfect position. Oh, Zip, what are you doing, my man? That is a beautiful play, and he knows where all three of them are. And that was the perfect flank of the century. I was a little bit scared, but he did it.
Yeah, North just weren't prepared for that whatsoever. They weren't expecting that presence from behind, and now they need to just be aware of anything that can happen. Maquinas, they played that perfectly, and that was massive by Zip to close that out so swiftly as well. North, they can again buy into this. They've got the money, as do Maquinas. Another gun round comes out, and another chance for Maquinas to maybe put us closer. We were talking not too long ago about North looking to close this out. Now Maquinas are working themselves back into this, and this time they will be able to work out towards Fountain and Playground at ease with minimal work. Some aggression from Cajun B only gifts him one, and as North try and trade out, they for now get nothing else towards B.
Actually, Maquinas now going for a nice in-long push here. Haven't really seen that one work out yet, but they're gonna be trying it. So they're not really spotting anyone. And being careful of any other pushes coming in. Flash is also out, but there's a smoke in front of it. At least that smoke can gain them a little bit of control, but Juki's just gotta go for it and hits the shot. That is the call. Maquinas will rotate back to B and do a push there together. And hopefully it will still work out. They have enough utility in hand to do a good execute here, but it will have to be quite coordinated. 40 seconds now on the board. Lucky is going to be slow walking here with his AWP. Doesn't spot. Well, actually does spot now ahead there over at the barrels. Molotov will hit, and only slightly as he moves into the smoke. Another Molotov there to top it off. And now the time is ticking away. They will have to hurry up and make sure that bomb will go down, but it's AC and Jugi that will finish and clean Maquinas up.
They just couldn't find Gade there. I think that was their issue. They were so focused on him that he just hid in the smoke. He stayed towards Toxic and just denied Maquinas a chance to push out. And again, it was another round in which the T-side tried to take B late. Obviously, North weren't that committed towards B at the start, but they timed the rotation perfectly and closed it out. They reached 14, and Maquinas, they forced what they can. They've had two players drop down to pistols. ZZs can still maybe cause some damage. Not the most ideal weapons though, and North maybe now look towards 15. Oh, good nade. Nade back isn't for now good. Lucky. He for now is just searching and trading damage with Azim. Neither player will fall just yet. Krez, his flash. Not going to find that much for now. And North seem quite eager and quite committed towards B. And at this point, there are 4 players here. Lucky will find a kill that eliminates AZ, and no trade is there. Luckily for North, the A site's not clear yet, and that's where Zip is still looking to cause an upset. One volley out to block the AWP from pushing. T's rotation going now back towards B. Kunas really not confident about where they're going, and maybe now they've got to play towards B.
Yes, and again, time is of the essence. About 30 seconds now on the clock. Good for 1 kill already. And actually a pretty empty site right now, so the bomb is going to go down, and that can be very nice here for Maquinas. At least a chance now here in the round. But what will North do? It looks like they will just sit in their positions, keep their guns, and hopefully take it to match point in the next round. But that is, of course, also the opportunity for Maquinas to get all the utility they want and buy up fully this time. So it will be a pretty equal round, and a very important round as well, because if North will lose it, they will be pretty much, their economy is broken, and it could again be tied up and might even go to overtime.
Overtime, yeah, it's still certainly on the cards in this first map. If you are just joining us, this is North's map pick, map 1 of this best of 3, and So far, not close it out as quick as we might have imagined at half time. It was 10-5 at a half in North's favour. They've done well, but Maquinas in the second half, they have stepped up and they've stopped North from really getting the rounds built up and getting the momentum there. So North, no further investment really, aside from 2 Deagle upgrades. It at least resets the money after this. In towards Connector. And up short for Maquinas. Zip trying to take advantage of the one-way for now. Won't be greeting Cajun B. Who will look towards long. Where 2 T players are now working with.
Slowly here, Maquinas is taking control of those bathrooms. And it works as Zip here finds Cajun B. Also smoke out here. But this time they do have a little bit more time. But, oh, that flash didn't really quite connect. Blind's lucky and he wasn't really able to do much there. At the meantime, Kirby has also found a kill. So it's quite equal and he actually finds a second. And once again, the time is ticking away and they are now a man down.
Yeah, Krez is going to find that one. Maquinas, they are now able to get work themselves on the B site. North have just evacuated it, and that's now the AWP lost from their point of view. The bomb should be going down quite swiftly. In fact, one in heaven, the other hiding under it. Gates the first threat, and October's just going to wipe him out. Easy. Looking for something else, it's nothing. Maquinas get a 13th. They are really pulling this back now, and North's money resets, so they won't be stuck for weapons this round.
Well, actually, I think that it was their loss bonus that kind of saves them here. They are able to buy up now, but after this round, it's going to be done. So it is either North picking up the match point here, but even then, Maquinas can still turn it back since they have some leftover money, and even if they lose, they can buy up. So pretty much anything at this point is still possible. And it's actually quite impressive because this is one of the best maps for North. And Maquinas, the number 98 of the world right now, playing up against almost a top 20 team, are doing very, very good. Well, so far Maquinas is quite spread out all over the map, looking for a mistake of North and to catch one of them maybe off guard. So nothing really happening. Everyone is keen and set in their positions. And Kirby, together with a flash of Jugi, do some great damage here on long. Quest is looking to trade things up, boosting himself, and that is Kirby not really expecting that. Now they can pretty much take a hold of this A side, but the bomb will still have to come all the way around from spawn. It was dropped, and the time is slowly running away. AZ getting a kill, but get traded. 3 versus 1. Cajun B will have to close it out, but he is not going to be doing it. He's going to save his weapon here on B. And even though the bomb still will have to get planted, it is not very likely he will go for this. The money is empty, and yeah, Maquinas will make it 14-14.
There's not going to be much money either for North in this next round. It's a really horrible time to be dropping down to potentially only pistols now. And KGB at this point could even be lucky to hold on to this weapon. He has got a player aggressing him. Tobiz just waiting to peek. KGB's got the angle you'd expect, and while Tobiz, he was just peeking that slowly, expecting maybe a pre-fire or back way of his life. KGB just looking for damage. Just about hold on. Not really an issue.
Yeah. Well, he gladly saved his rival. So that is good, and well, he did some damage to Maquinas, but they have enough money in the bank, full buy, and they still have money left over. So even if they lose this one, they can easily go back for overtime. So, yeah, at this moment, well, it looks like North is going to be investing into this one. So they are definitely going to be playing for the win, of course not for the overtime, and I think that is the right call here. If you're North, you feel so incredibly close, and you had 5 rounds advantage after the first half. So if you're not able to close this out, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, this has got closer than I feel it should have been. North, they will keep the purchases down. 1M4, 1 FAMAS. KGB on the UMP at least. And North, they will... It's going to be a tough one to really convert this if they can at least achieve that. There's no ult for them to be aware of, but it is the AKs and the Kriegs which are really the weapons that are going to do most of the damage this round. The T's are now a default as always. Yugi got a nice boost in con. Nice support from Kirby. Just slow, just calm. Maquinas getting the intel of one player towards B. That'll be one of 3. The nades! Oh, brilliant!
Oh!
Goodbye, Cajun B. Now the push and commitment will come in, and as Kirby tried to push out of connector, just wasn't to be. Maquinas, though, they still haven't committed. They've still got the bomb towards T-spawn.
Well, now AZ has found a nice CZ kill there. Oh, AZ is incredibly low. And Jugi is also now gone and swiped off the map. AZ very low, only CZ in hands. Gade and M4. But you're up against AKs. And look at this, they can do incredibly much damage. And actually, it is map point for Maquinas. 15-14, and now is the question, will North take it to overtime, or is this map going the way of their enemy?
This will be a real upset if Maquinas closes out. North, they've got the weapons now, they need to get a response now. They've got a good set of utility. Yugi needs to step up with the York realistically. And it's not really been like a bad day for North all round, but Maquinas have really stepped up. They've come off better. Easy. The tiniest bit of damage onto Lucky, who peeks towards B, and a solid default. Maquinas, they've got connector control. North this time playing it safer and a little further back up on the A side. It means that there's so much more map control for Maquinas to really work and build off of this. AZ's nade probably not going to do too much. Nope. No damage dealt. Toba's in the other direction. A chunk of damage. But Maquinas, they've got really good map control here. Zip peaks, and that's a really careless kill to give up.
Yeah, and now KGB is going to reposition here. And it's actually a trade game now on the other side of the map here and bathrooms. Lot of happening there. And it does look like it will be a B hit, and the CTs are also ready for it. Time is ticking away. And even Kirby now will reposition here in connector. And Quiz is already tagged up. It's 2 players alive here for Maquinas. And well, make that 0 as we will go to overtime.
North, yeah, they needed that. That would have been a really horrible way to lose overpass if you couldn't close it out at the end. Maquinas, a good showing, and certainly not out of this game either, by any means. Map 1 in this qualifier. In the first round, it's the first time either of these sides have played in this closed qualifier section. North, obviously, I was saying to you at the start that they were the team who I expected to make it out easily, but I didn't realise until you said Heroic are another team in this bracket who also, they've got another good chance of really going through.
Definitely. Well, there is, if I'm correct, one player going through to the global finals in the upper bracket, and also the loser in the final of the lower bracket will also go through. There are 2 spots, I think, for the North Europe region. So even though if North win this one but still lose against Heroic, which will be the next lineup, whoever wins this one will face Heroic on Friday. Even if you will lose against them, you still have a chance of making it to the global finals. So definitely a lot of chances left. This game is not do or die, but it could definitely help you out if you win this, boost your confidence, and yeah, hopefully make you prepared for the next one. Well, now with all the guns in hand, of course, money is definitely not an issue when it comes to overtime. And Kirby here has found the first kill. And lots of presence now here on B, actually. Lots of flashes being thrown. And that will keep those players here on B. And Kirby has now fallen. And it looks like they're going to go back. Players here in connector and towards mid.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
They're very desperate to find a kill somewhere else on the map. Currently not really happening. Oh, and Cajun P is just going to challenge that, even though he was standing a little bit in that Molotov. 42 HP at the moment. And again, they keep that man advantage. Even though someone falls, they turn it right back around. And it almost looks like North is at the moment just one step ahead of Maquinas, and slowly taking that CT side a little bit more towards them. Struggling a tiny bit.
Maquinas, they need to push out really now. It's again going to be another late push from their point of view. The utility mainly on Lackey at this point, so he's going to be the man to try and bait out as much as he can. A smoke towards heaven, a flash over. I was expecting that to be a nade. Gade, though, holding the angle. Easy enough to find off Krez. Kyo can trade out. He'll get 2, in fact. Massive kills to really shut it down. Yugi with the York peaks and takes a slight chunk of damage. North, they're struggling at this point. They've only got one, or they've both got kits. I thought there was only one. Easy from the heaven position. He'll peak. He'll get them both. North get the first round of overtime. It was close, and Maquinas, they did well to at least get a bomb plant from that.
But a bomb plant is not enough. You need some rounds when it comes to overtime. During the main game, of course, you have plenty of rounds to work with, and if only could make it to overtime. But this is just 6 rounds that we have added. So when these are done, it is over. So there is less room for error. So we will have to see if North can take this home, or if Maquinas will turn it back around. You know, still money up for both. And it looks like they will try to take long control, or at least they're kind of stuck now here in playground. As a smoke has been thrown, and slowly they're going to be pushing it, flash over. But not a smoke in front of it. And Zip here is creeping up. Is he able to find someone? There is a player in connector. Making a lot of noise. Gives the advantage to the players. But, well, at least here, together with Zip, we'll find Yugi that was hiding there behind the smoke. And even now, at the other side of the map, the CTs are falling. And only 2 men alive for North. AC does get a good kill back. But is it enough to keep North in the round? That is the question. Oh,
wow.
AC! Oh my god, he got spotted, but he had insane reaction and just gets the kill nonetheless. But sadly, the bomb will go down, and AC will have pretty much to go for the A's here in order to clutch it out. He is quite up close, and he's actually gonna go for this. They have plenty of money, so at least doing some damage will be good. And actually, he did throw a good nade. Wasn't enough for a kill. And Maquinas tie it up once again. 16-16. It's going back and forth now.
I feel, though, for North's benefit, that if they can get a 17-16 here, that wouldn't necessarily be them out of the running. They were a lot stronger, it felt, on their T side, so if they do get the advantage now, I don't think they'd have a problem of really closing this out. Maquinas, them two, looking for 17th. Now, CT, it started off well, but with the weapons, they didn't hold it off as well against the North attack, and that's my concern. Maquinas will get long control this round. Zip will be with it. Kier will just wait to peek. The smoke is there, but Yugi just chooses to peek. I don't know why he should. One more player up close. Kierby maybe left to do some damage. There are two players awaiting him. Kier will just step into his direction. And awaiting to trade and looking towards long. Just about back to it at the right time. Lucky for Kierby. Now Maquinas send these nades out. They actually eliminate Cajun B again.
Alright, so Maquinas is here looking for the B-hit, but already getting flanked, and Kirby has such a good timing, and that is making things so much more awkward. They were looking to enter that site and give an opportunity to take it, but yeah, right now, it's not very likely, and Lucky is, again, they leave the bomb quite often there, quite late in the round, do not pick it up, and that means Lucky will have to run now, 30 seconds on the clock, and they pretty much get only one chance to make this A site work. And the question is AZ ready for it? He is being a beast so far, and he will have to clear it out. He hears the bomb planted, and together with Kierby, they finish it up, and that means the round now, or the half, is in favor for North, but it's not over yet.
Maquinas, they need literally these next 3 in a row. North only need 2, so the pressure really goes on to Maquinas as they switch over to the CT side. AZ, 34-23. Certainly on top for North. Him and KOB, they have shot up and turned up when they've needed them most. So the pressure, it goes on to Maquinas. Now on the defensive side. Now on the preferred side by many.
Yeah, North is looking very strong, but for some reason, Maquinas is just performing also very well, and even though their cohesion seem a little bit less, sometimes their individual play just wrecks North and actually give an opportunity for Maquinas to take back around. It does, I have to say, get dangerous a lot of the time, so they get away with quite a lot of stuff, which in my opinion shouldn't be happening, especially if you're North. But I guess with some rounds they just get lucky and are able to get those rounds on the board. And this is important. If North will take this, they have quite a big advantage. And, well, they are on the more preferable side. I think North is a little bit more comfortable on the T side. And now to get that mid control. Meanwhile, Kirby on the other side of the map is 2 HP, but picks up a nice kill. And now, with Kerr also fallen, it is looking to go in favor of North once again. They have to gamble, you know. Maquinas, one player on each side. Where is it gonna go? Well, and the A player falls now, and that is the opportunity for North to get that bomb down and position yourself for a good after-plan position.
Tobis, this is it feels like it's impossible for him to really close us out at this point. He's, for now, just holding the close door. Kiabi wipes him out. North now on map point. It's taken a while to really get to this stage in the CTs, as you'd expect. Going for that pause off of that. They probably need it. They now need motivation. They now need 2 just for a second overtime. North, credit to them for responding from being 15-14 down to now being on map point. It feels like it should be there. Again, money's not a massive issue. There's overtime. Both sides get what they need. And at the end of that last round, it just felt like Maquinas just needed to hit the perfect shots, but it wasn't possible there. In general, North, They have recovered. They've looked well. Maquinas. Certainly not going to make it that easy for them going into Mirage, I feel.
Definitely not. Mirage is not the best map for North, I have to say. And it might even give Maquinas a little bit of an opportunity. It is a more pug style map and can definitely get a chance on the board for them, as it is a little bit less tactical, and it relies a little bit more on your aim, and so far it has been pretty good for Maquinas. But yeah, this is it. Will North take it? Or is Maquinas still in the run? That is the question. And it looks like North here is up in connector. That Molotov will do quite some damage here on gate. 35 HP, smoke pops up. Will save him, but it does reveal their positions.
Maquinas, they're playing it safe. They don't have to aggress, and they know that as well. Tobias, he will go for a little peek. He'll find what he can, and it's damage in his direction from AZ. Not the advantage he was hoping for. North, they're certainly looking to commit now and looking to close us out on the B site. Neither side finding kills, and Maquinas' A defense is now just going to fall back and play it safer. Meanwhile, Tobias just hears the sound cues of this approaching North side. Utility goes out the nades towards Monster, at least. A nice idea aren't going to work out. So North's rotation does come in the smoke to, again, slow things down. Approaching 30 seconds. It's still or die. It's Maquinas looking to stay in overpass.
It's all going to be relying on Lucky and Kerr probably, as they are looking to take down A. And AZ and Jugi just take those two players down. A rotation will have to come in, and the bomb is being planted. Definitely not an easy position now. 3 versus 4. Smoke's also being popped off, but Zip getting a nice kill. AZ has an answer for that and will trade him out. Now with a Molotov here on Dumpster, it's not going to make things easier here for Maquinas. Quest looking to get a kill, but Juggy is there on a different position. He wasn't looking there, and that means North will take down the first map. It was their map pick, and they did it, but it was a rough one. It was overtime, and I wasn't expecting that to happen at all.
It wasn't easy. Maquinas, they certainly made a good showing of themselves. They certainly turned up, and it gives them hope, and it shows that they're still in this going into Mirage. Their map pick, North, they just about hold on, but they've now got the advantage. 16 more rounds at least is all they need to take the advantage in this bracket. Don't go anywhere. Me and Vearless will bring you Mirage very shortly.
Lead the way, my friend.
Affirmative.
Oh, yes.
Let's get that bomb.
What was that noise?
Whoa! It's WESG time! Grab your gear, boys! The world stage awaits!